Previously on Spokes and Scenery.
I've been talking about doing this trail for years, and today the day's finally come. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at this. Huh. That is some nice land right there to my left. Wow. Yeah, even 10 years ago, it would have been a little bit of a nicer ride if you were looking for the scenery, because the brush wouldn't have been quite as tall. But even with how it is now, pretty good. All right, if this isn't a rest area, I don't know what is. There we go, Hammond Pavilion.
And now.
Well, that was a nice break, but time to keep on heading out. See what else lies ahead. Bad timing. You know, it's kind of weird. The OFSC has like no trespassing signs for this trail, but this is a public trail, so don't quite understand that one. It's impossible to know when you see those signs, like, is this someplace that you're legitimately allowed going or you're not allowed going? There's no information anywhere. So just have to use your best judgment when you see them. All right, back on the trail. A little bit of height here. Feel good to get a little bit of food and drink in my belly. Re-energized for the trip ahead. Even though this is in the middle of rural Ontario, this trail most definitely isn't the wildest place I've been by a long stretch. It still has a very, very urban feel to it. All right, got another curve. Beautiful. You know what? I can definitely see myself coming out here a couple of times and taking this in, just enjoying it. It just makes for a nice afternoon. It's a very, very relaxed afternoon. Oh, check out this bridge. Pretty sweet. So there's little trail markers on the side, and that one there just said 68 kilometers to the end. Man, I would love to do that all in one go. Great. This is cool. Even in these sections where the trail isn't as well maintained, it's still a really beautiful surface. Surprisingly flat. Wow. This is just like going for a nice ride down a country lane, except you don't have to worry about the traffic. That's what I love about these trails. What are those? Groundhogs. A little baby groundhog. That's so cute. Wow, did my voice ever go high pitched there? But I mean, seriously, it was so cute. I don't think I've ever seen a little baby groundhog before. I always catch them when they're big and chunky. And I am loving this trail. Wow. Now when it does open up like that and I look behind me, I really see how much smog there is from those wildfires. Go. Next crossroad. There we go. This next pavilion in 2 kilometers. Bugs. No. Oh, that's a beautiful field. Just amazing. So I'm going to throw this in the middle of this video, so Only the people who watch all my videos from start to finish, or get lucky while scrolling through this one, are going to catch this. But I've always known that this channel's got a limited lifespan. I can only do so many new rides in the area. I'm not monetized. I don't do this for money. I'm not a rich person. These videos are going to come to an end. And I'm not going to go and repeat the same rides over and over again, especially not real time. Now, how much longer do I figure I've got? I don't know. Could be the end of this year, could be next year. Really hard to say. But it's been a fun journey, and I'm glad I've come out here and done it. And once the journey is over and I've gone and experienced all the places that I want to go and experience, I may still continue to do the odd video here and there. And here it is. Rumors were true. It's paved. How about that? I've kind of been doing video stuff my entire life, and I'm sure that I'm gonna continue doing it in some way, shape, or form going forward, but I just don't know what that is yet. I was just tired of the same old a few years ago and decided I'd just combine two of my favorite hobbies, cycling and filming, and this is what came out of it. This was never a channel that was going to get a lot of views on YouTube, and I knew that going into it. What it really was just for a way for me to remember these trips. So years down the road, I can go and re-watch my adventures, I guess. Hey, there's the old Bourget station. And that's what it's all been about for me. I appreciate everybody that's joined me on this journey. That was definitely unexpected. Pretty cool. Neat to see a little bit of a paved section like that too. It's got 32 kilometers into what I'm expecting will be a 50-kilometer journey. this is nice. This definitely feels a lot more wild out here. This is pretty cool. I like being able to see out the sides like this, to see the fields where the brush hasn't grown up so tall and thick where you can actually see what's around you. Get a good amount of shade. Oh, it's pretty here. Oh, wetlands. Very nice. The surface of this trail is pretty consistent so far. It is nice. You can ride this on anything. Doesn't matter whether you have a 10-speed, mountain bike, fat tire, anything. This is good. Not too much gravel, it's not loose, very flat, very hard packed. Yeah, absolutely no complaints. Mile marker 62. Wow. I got a bunch of pines in the way, but that is a beautiful field. Hopefully it opens up here a little bit. That'd be so cool. Although this is pretty nice going in the pines. So with all the smoke in the air, I gotta say it's not too bad. Definitely not feeling it at all as I'm biking, so that's great. You can see the haze just all over the place, so. But as far as for exercising, this is cleared up enough that this is just great. No worries whatsoever. There it is. It's cleared. Sides have opened up a little bit. Have a good view of everything around. You can also really get a good idea of how much haze there is out here. It's no different than living in Toronto all year round. What can you do? We're spoiled out here for the quality of our air most of the time. Wow, that's what I was hoping to see. Just look at this. Wide open places, man. Wide open places. This is amazing. Wow. speechless. This right here is exactly what I wanted to see. This is it. I kept on waiting for the sides to open up, and man, when it finally did, wow, that was so worth the wait. And I love that I'm so high up compared to everything on both sides, so I've got a great view from this vantage point of everything around me. I'm even higher than the road where they're all passing to my south. And because these fields are so open, there's like such a nice crosswind right now that I'm not hot at all, even out here without any shade. This is perfect. And it's moments like these where I'm just like, why did I wait so long to come out here? And I know the answer. It's because I had a million other places I wanted to go to. And this one was always just kind of, I don't know, a special one to me. Especially just knowing that it may not be here forever. Well, coming up to a bridge. Wow. That's beautiful. Probably wouldn't want to go swimming in that water with all of the stuff that they put in the fields, all the fertilizers and whatnot. That was definitely the coolest stretch for me. Right there, another old telegraph pole. The further east I go, the cooler this trail becomes. All right, let's go. definitely my thing here. Yeah, it makes sense that the railway line's so raised up here, especially because the flooding that can happen here in the winter and spring. The bonus is that, man, you get such a great view of everything. Like, this is amazing. It's so hard to think of things to say when I just want to just enjoy my scenery, and I'm just like, yeah, there's no words for it. I'm happy, man. This is exactly what I wanted to see. I didn't know for sure that I'd get this, and I had no idea it'd be raised up. Yeah, this is like best case scenario for me for this ride. Anybody in the Ottawa area, if you're looking for a cool trail, this one's awesome. It's not even that white crushed gravel that gets everywhere and makes everything all dirty. It's just normal gravel. And still, even now, it's like just the perfect amount of it. And I mean, let's face it, like right now I'm about 38 kilometers into this. It's a good distance for most people. And you get out here, you have those views. Maybe you come out to this bridge here, eat by the side of this little river, call it a day, just make it an experience, and then head on back. I mean, there's even a bench right here for it. I mean, that would just be the perfect outing. Nice and quiet for a picnic, surrounded by all the birds. And you do decide to go a little further, check this out. Like the sides here, it's just dug so deep into the ground. Like that's insane. It's like 15, 20 feet below the ground level. I think we're slowly rising up. I just appreciate all the engineering that went into making these places happen in the first place. And like I've said so many times, I'm just so happy that they're here for people to use. Now, I know a lot of people never thought this would happen, but in Eastern Ontario, this is getting to be it. I'm running out of places. I'm running out of new places to go and check out for rail trails. There's still a few. especially, you know, you go out to Belleville, Trenton. So where I did the Millennium Trail ride there, you can continue north of the 401 highway, and there is a bunch of trail systems up there. There's also the K&P Trail, which continues up north. Then there's also the OVRT. So I've only taken that as far as Renfrew, but that continues way west. I mean, there's a lot, but sort of the Ottawa, Kingston area, I'm kind of reaching the end of things here. Now in Quebec, there's lots of trails over there if I cross over the border. And that's actually the plan, is to get over there and experience some of these places too. So we'll see. This is cool. I love this. You got the trees on the one side, and then the other side's all nice and clear where you can see out. That's how I wish a lot of these trails were maintained, just like this. So you do have a good view of what's to one side, and got a little bit of protection from wind and the sun on the other. Now that I'm further east, you can really start to see that the infrastructure here isn't as well maintained. Older gates, older posts. The trail's a little bit rougher, not as used as much, but it's still in really good shape. But that's actually very, very typical of how things are around here. The closer you get to the capital region, the more spit and polish there is on everything. So everybody's afraid of a lawsuit, and everybody's doing their best to put bubble wrap on everything, and the end result is you get some very, very pristine, clean, well-maintained roads and trails and all sorts of infrastructure. The further out you get into the country, the more rugged the people are. And you get stuff like this. This is cool. Just me, my bike, and an open field. I'm gonna stop here for a second, just take this in. I often do this in the middle of an open field, but this one's pretty. Nice to see. Well, it looks like the smoke's getting thicker, so I'm gonna keep on moving before it gets too much worse. All right, back at her. You know, I just love coming out places like this. I love being able to do this. And you know, I probably sound like such a broken record to a lot of my friends and coworkers and family, but you got to do what you love in life, man. And you know, the older I get, the more I realize that time is limited, time is short, it goes by so quick. So while I'm able to, I'm out here enjoying it, because there may very well be one day where I don't have this capability anymore. So hey, enjoy it while I can, right? You don't know what tomorrow brings. The other thing that I've said so many times, and I gotta say again, is I'm so lucky to have a spouse like Rhonda. Like, she has been so supportive and giving of her time to allow me to go out in places like this, to spend time editing these videos. And I know cycling isn't her thing, but she watches all my videos too, which is so cool. And she's helped me sort of when I've got like questions about, oh, should I do this or do that? And you know, it's just so great to have somebody in your corner like that. I can't say it enough. I've had the opposite. Rhonda gets it, and she's confident in herself and trusts me, and you know, we've been together a very long time, and it's so great to be in such a wonderful relationship. When you find somebody you truly love, that you know, it kind of sucks to have to be apart to do these things, but you're also really grateful to them that they give you the opportunity to go out and do these things and enjoy and share them with them afterwards. But yeah, just goes to show, not everything is all roses and sunshine in life, not even for me. So I try to keep a positive outlook on things, but yeah, life is what life is. And as I said in a previous video, you know, sometimes you don't want to show something or say something, but it is what it is, and real life is real life, and sometimes you just can't get away from it. For me, as a teenager, you know, hey, when I was stressed, what did I do? I jumped on the bike, went out for rides, tried finding nice scenic places like this if I could. And, you know, definitely not as rural as this, but I'd go looking for them. And I'd spend the days out on the bike, just enjoying it. Now that I'm an adult, I'm out here and kind of doing the same thing. I'm doing it because I want to have these experiences. I want to see these places. And I know these rail trails, you know, the only way you can really fully appreciate them and fully see them is to hop on a bike and just hit the gravel. So yeah, this is it. I am now coming up to the last 5-6 kilometers before I get to my stopping point. This hasn't been a bad trip at all. Look in the forest to my right here, and it looks like all these trees would have been planted right about the same time. So this might have been farmland here at one point, and then they did a replanting. Can't tell you when. Definitely not any arborist or tree specialist, but I'd say between 50 and 100 years ago. Probably closer to 100. It's definitely a bit of a hill here. Something you don't see too often on rail trails is a noticeable hill or a noticeable dip. So when you do get to one, it kind of stands out like a sore thumb. So it looks like it's leveling out now. Got a couple kilometers till we get to Plantationette Station. Once again, really sorry if I'm butchering the name of the community. And I'm looking forward to seeing the view off the big bridge. I definitely like this a lot more than the Ottawa Valley Recreational Trail. This is more my cup of tea. Kind of neat that there's just the one chunk of forest right there between the farmland. That looked like it was untouched forest too. So what I will say here is the gravel is a little slippery around here. I am noticing it. This is the first time for my entire trip where I notice that the surface is just a little sketchy. This is nice. It's really nice. Big old overgrown field there. Wonder what they used to grow in there. It's interesting when you see something like that because you don't know if the people there have decided to stop farming and maybe sell the land, because land like this is worth a pretty penny these days. Maybe that's why it's not being farmed, or if there's other reasons. Oh, here we go. Back on paved surface. Nice. It's weird to think that once upon a time trains used to roll through here, and now it's paved. Very nice. It's raised up. This path just for us. It's amazing. Good views. Oh, what a trip this has been, though. A lot of variety on this trail. Another old little railway bridge. You know, when I heard that part of this trail was paved, and then I found the section there a little while back, I figured that was what people were talking about, but that's just a small little chunk compared to this. This is a good amount. Yeah, it's not in bad condition either. It's definitely not as good of quality as the New York Central Fitness Trail, just a bit south of here, but it's still pretty good. I've ridden on a lot worse trails inside of Ottawa for pavement. Here's another pavilion, Plantagenet. Nice little parking spot here. That's it. I see the bridge. So this is it, my first time on the Prescott-Russell Trail. And I gotta say, I'm not disappointed. I'm really happy with what I've seen. This is a pretty cool little trail. So I won't be able to see over this, but we'll get to the other side and see if there's anything to see. Not much. Unfortunately, this is about the best view of the river that I can get. Definitely not ideal. Wow. I mean, I can see it's been like recently graded, so it's pretty level, but type of gravel here, this is slippery.